What is up, gamers? It is Will777JP, and we are back with another one. Happy Independence Day to all my people in America. Yes, today is America's birthday, and what a wonderful time of the year. Everybody's out here celebrating. We are having cookouts. We are spending time with family and friends. We're going to do some fireworks. We're going to celebrate freedom. We're going to celebrate independence. And man, it's one of my favorite holidays of the year. I am so thankful to be an American. I'm so thankful to be part of this, country, this society, this culture. It's amazing. I know there's a lot of negative things that are going on, especially in my country. But today, I want to focus on the positive, and I just want to say Happy Independence Day to the rest of you guys. Happy birthday, America. And man, let's talk about some gaming, y'all. So today, we are going to be doing my collection, my top 3 games of row 14, which is this row right over here. Woo-wee. So last week, we did row 13, and that was a good row. Had one of my games in it, one of my favorite games out of my whole collection in that row. Not just of that row, but of my whole collection. And this week, we are doing row 14. So let me move some of the stuff out of the way so it's not distracting. But basically, what I like to do is every week, I like to go over my collection. And each row, I like to go over my top 3 games of that row. And the games that I pick are for numerous reasons, right? Great gameplay, great voice acting, great story, great art style, great combat, just the complete package for me. Now, of course, games are going to be different for everybody else, but I'm definitely interested to hear out of this row 14, which ones you would pick as your top 3. I know that everybody's a little bit different. Everybody likes different games, but I would like to hear from you guys what you would pick if you had to pick out of this row. Before I get started, I want to say thank you so much for being here. You guys, with your support, have been tremendous. If you're new to the channel, help me out by hitting that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you stay up to date whenever I drop videos. Also, if you would like to go above and beyond and support the channel more than hitting like and subscribe, there is a thank you button that's in the shape of a heart right next to the subscribe button. There, anything you donate will go directly back into the channel. We're gonna invest in recording equipment, editing equipment, buying more games so we can do more Will It Plays with no internet, so we can see these games are broken or buggy mess. So thank you in advance for that. But once again, we've already done a lot of these rows, man. Last week we did the row at the very bottom, so I'm so thankful we're at row 14 because it's right up here, up close and personal. I don't have to kneel. I don't have to sit awkwardly. I can just grab the games out and, go over them with you guys. But row 14 is going to be an interesting one, man, because in this row, I have some games that I haven't played. This row is actually going to be kind of slim pickings in a way. But we're going to get into all that, and then we're going to go into my top 3 games. And before, I used to just go over these games without them being ranked. Shout out to Henry Heck, who's like, hey, you got to rank them. You got to pick 3, 2, 1. So I've been doing that for the last 7, 8 videos or so. So that's what we're going to start today with number 3. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and go through each individual game and show you what's in this row. So first one, we have Lunar Lander Beyond. We then have Marvel Midnight Suns. In this row, we also have Mato Anomaly. We also have Medieval Dynasty. We have Metal Gear Solid 1 Master Collection. And it's real hard for me to not say anything about each game because I got to pick my top 3, so I don't want to give anything away. Metro Exodus. This is the 3rd one out of the series. Metaphor Refantasio. Next one is Miasma Chronicles or Miasma Chronicles. Then we have Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. We also have Neon White. We have New Joe and Mac Caveman Ninja. We have new Tales from the Borderlands Deluxe Edition. We have No Man's Sky PS5 version. You guys have also seen the PS4 version in my collection. We also have Oni, Road to the Mightiest Oni. We have Outcast, A New Beginning. We have Payday 3. We have Potion Permit Complete Edition. We have Power Wash Simulator. Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. And of course, we have Proteus. Now, this row, man, some of you guys are gonna be like, damn, you have a lot of new games unopened, so how can you pick? Well, yeah, I do. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games, which is almost half, because you can fit 20 games in this row that are brand new unopened. But let me give an example. Midnight Suns, I got that on PS Plus, so I had no reason to open it. Metal Gear Solid 1, I haven't played, so it's still brand new sealed. Metro Exodus, own it digitally, had to have a physical copy. This one's unopened. Neon White is another one that I played on Game Pass, so no need to open it. Payday 3, PS Plus, no need to open it. Potion Permit, haven't gotten to it yet. Power Wash Simulator, if you guys been watching my channel, you know all about Power Wash Simulator and me. Already own it digitally. And then Proteus, I also own it digitally while a physical copy. So don't let the games being new fool you, because I have played them. There are a few games that I haven't played in this row, so they're not going to be obviously my top 3, which is Lunar Lander. Haven't played that one yet. What else haven't I played? Potion, Permit, and that's it. Everything else I played. So, and I've beaten most of the games in here. So let's go ahead and start with my number 3. Now, before I get started with my number 3, I'm also going to give you guys a couple honorable mentions at the end as well. But my number 3, now believe it or not, this may not seem like a difficult row, but it is for me. But my number 3 in this row is Outcast, A New Beginning. So, you guys, if you're new to the channel, you may not have seen this video, but this is a game that is very nostalgic to me, right? For those of you guys that see me unbox my collector's edition of this game, you would have heard my story that this was one of the first games that I played on PC at my buddy's house. His dad had a PC, so we used to hang out in the summertime and play the shit out of this game. Never beat it, but we always played it, and it let me know what video gaming could be. At the time, this thing was like so ahead of its time. Open world, freaking, I mean, it was just the different biomes, phenomenal, right? So as soon as I heard that they were gonna do a sequel to that one, I got hyped, mainly for nostalgia reasons. But after playing and beating this game, I had a great time with it. This game, if you played it, it may not have the same impact that it had on me, on you, but I really loved this game. The gameplay was very, very fun. The upgrades that you can get in the game were cool. It did different things. But the biggest thing that I loved about this game was the world and the lore and the world building, and it was just phenomenal. And just as it did in the 90s with the different biomes, this game also did it for me today. I mean, you have like deserts in here, you have freaking snowy mountains, you have freaking the jungle, you know, you have the plains, like swamp area, you have different biomes in this game, and you also get a jetpack kind of deal in this game, so making the combat is very cool. So when you include the open world with the different biomes, you can do some really cool stuff, you know what I mean? You can hover up to a tree and shoot down, you can do a lot of stuff. So I I almost 100% this game. I'm still missing a few trophies to get the platinum, but it's something I'm definitely going back to. The only reason I haven't played this game again is because I want to savor it. I really want to savor it. What I mean by that is, once I get, for the most part, not always, but for the most part, once I get the platinum in the game, I'm like over the game. Like, I've done everything I could. Like, I'm done. That's what I'm trying to prevent with this game, because I definitely want to come back and replay it. That's another reason why I haven't got the platinum for Stellar Blade, even though I really, really want to. Because I know that once I replay that game, it's going to be hard for me to come back. And it's just something with me mentally. Now, nothing wrong with the game, but Outcast: A New Beginning is an awesome game. I bought it day one, a collector's edition. I don't regret it. You can now get this game brand new for like $20. I recommend it, but I know it's not going to be up people's alley as far as games that they really will enjoy. I just happen to enjoy it because I love the world. Like, sci-fi to me is one of my best genres in gaming, and this game scratches all those freaking check marks for me. But number 3 for me is Outcast: A New Beginning, for sure. And I struggled to put this in number 3. Like, it almost went to number 2, but you guys will see why it didn't. Number 2 in this row was also a struggle, because number 2 is Power Wash Simulator. Yes, Power Wash Simulator was tied actually between 1 and 2, but I finally decided to pick number 1, a different game, and you'll see why. Power Wash Simulator. The very first time that I played this game, I played with the intention to make fun of it. Literally, that was my objective with this game, is I'm going to play this game so I can make fun of the people who have been playing this game. It's so stupid. Why am I going to be working after I get out of work? But boy, the first time I played it, it was one of those where it's 2, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, the sun is coming up, and you're like, where the hell time went? That's exactly what happened to me. My son was like, hey, Dad, I'm scared. Can I sleep with you? I'm like, no, you can't. He's like, come on. I'm like, nope. And after, the negotiation process, if you have kids, you understand, I finally said, all right, dude, I'm going to hang out in your room while you go to bed. I'm going to be in here for 30 minutes. If you are not in bed or fell asleep by 30 minutes, I'm leaving. He was like, all right, bet. So while I was in his room, I put on his Series S and I started playing Power Wash Simulator from Game Pass. And next thing you know, it's freaking 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning or something like that. I had to be up for work in a couple hours, and I'm like, holy shit, where the fuck did time go? But that was my first experience with this game. I couldn't wait to come home after that to play more Power Wash Simulator. I beat the campaign, and I couldn't wait for the game to come on PS5. Once it did, day one, and I went through it. I just got the platinum for this game. I have over 300 hours in Power Wash Simulator. People ask me, what is so fascinating about Power Wash Simulator? Well, for me, it has this weird itch that it scratches. For those of you guys that like first-person shooters or third-person shooters, when you shoot your gun, you get this feeling. It scratches this itch in your gamer brain. This game does that. But something else it does is you have peace and quiet. So this is a game that you can put on, spend hours playing, that is satisfying, but you don't have to think about the game. You can put on a podcast, you can put on something else, music. You don't have to pay attention to the game while you're playing it. When I play any of the other games like Outcast: A New Beginning, I like to listen to the dialogue. I like to pay attention to the game and the story. I don't have to do that with Power Wash Simulator, except for a couple bits and pieces here, which you just read. But this game is awesome. I love it. A couple people have played it after I gave the recommendation, and they're in the same boat as me. It's like, dude, this game is awesome. So don't knock it till you try it. I believe the game is available on PS Plus, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure, but I believe it's still on Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass, go check it out, man. Even if it's just to make fun of it like I did when I first played the game. So that's my number 2. My number 1 game in this row is Metro Exodus. Metro Exodus. Wow. So it was between Metro Exodus and Power Wash Simulator. I'm gonna be real with y'all. It was between those two games for number 1. Outcast, I knew was gonna be number 2. I already knew it was, or it ended up being number 3. But I knew that with Metro Exodus and Power Wash Simulator, those being tied at number 1, Power Wash was number 2. Whichever game I picked, it was gonna end up being 3. But Metro Exodus. First thing I want to say is, wow, this game is gorgeous. If you have not played this game, I recommend you get the game, you wait for an evening after work when you're going to have peace and quiet for a couple hours. Turn off all the lights in your house. The only light that should be brimming is the TV light. Make sure you got yourself a snack. Make sure you have yourself a drink. Make sure you're hydrated. Sit down, turn that PS5 on, put the game on, and just enjoy that experience. Graphically, the game looks amazing. First things first. But the gameplay is so much fun. Shout out to Henry Heck, who just beat the first one, Metro 2033. But the story of this game is probably the best thing about this game that I love the most. This is the 3rd game out of 3. It came out on the PS5 gen, and it's just an awesome game, bro. It's a post-apocalyptic game. You are hanging out in the subways of Moscow or Russia after nuclear war basically starts, and the nuclear warheads or the nuclear fallout started changing the environment, and animals started transforming, and the earth started changing and doing all sorts of different things. But check out the first one for sure. I definitely recommend you play that one first, and then the second one and the third one. But it's just such a unique premise, right? Because if you're older, you know how things were during the Cold War, right? And all the nuclear bomb trainings we did in school, and they always told us underground is where you wanna be, right? So this game kind of brings all that stuff to life. And also, Metro Exodus has one of the best DLCs I ever played in my life. It is called The Two Colonels. When I tell you that I played that DLC after beating this game, and literal tears came down my eyes, I am not lying to you. The first time in my gaming life that I cried, right? Not bawling, but just a couple tears, like my eyes got watery. That happened during the DLC, The Two Colonels. So if you can get yourself a copy, the complete edition that has both DLCs on the disc, or if you can get it digital, whatever, just get this game and play it. You're not going to regret it. But first, play the first 2, man. Shout out to Henry Heck, who just beat the first one, and he said the same thing. He actually loved the game, and I'm so happy that was the case. But those are my top 3, man. Number 1, Metro Exodus. Number 2, Power Wash Simulator. Number 3, Outcast: A New Beginning. So I do want to include a couple shout outs or a couple honorable mentions as well. The first one is Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia, phenomenal. What do they call these games? Metrovania style game. That's what I don't like about Prince of Persia, is that it is a Metro style type of game, which I don't really like those, but man, is the gameplay phenomenal. This is a gameplay heavy game. Yes, it does have a story, but the story takes a back seat, bro. The gameplay, the combat in this game is second to none. The art style is phenomenal. So unfortunate that this game didn't do what Ubisoft wanted it to do, and there probably won't be another one of these, but man, this game is super good. Go check it out. Another honorable mention is going to be Medieval Dynasty. So Medieval Dynasty is exactly what it is. It's a medieval game where you're trying to grow your dynasty. In this game, you're basically growing your crops, you're gathering material. It's like a survival game. There's combat in here. You're trying to pass your lineage down and create a freaking dynasty. And I just think that's very cool. We don't have, at least to my knowledge, we don't have many games like this over on console or PlayStation, but this is a game I got day one. I enjoyed the heck out of it. It's very what do you call that? There's a lot to do in the game. This is a game you can easily invest hundreds of hours, but It's a fun little cool game. I mean, the graphics ain't all the best, but the gameplay's pretty cool, and the things you can do in this game is pretty amazing. How you can start from nothing all the way to building up a freaking dynasty. So this is another one that I really enjoy out of this row. Now I'm gonna bring up a game that some of you guys are gonna be like, okay, this is not part of your top 3, and that's, where is it? Metaphor ReFantazio. So I did not pick Metaphor ReFantazio. I bought this game thinking it was gonna be like a action adventure kind of game, but it's a turn-based game, and I just dislike turn-based games, bro. I just do. It's not realistic, bro. I mean, it's video games. It's never realistic, but I don't know. I just don't like standing there waiting for you to hit me and then wait for my turn, waiting to hit you. Like, I just don't like that, which is a shame because the story in this game hooked me from the beginning. From the time I played the demo, which obviously I didn't play enough because I didn't even know the combat was turn-based, and I only played a little bit, but immediately when you see in the demo that dude kills the king or whatever, like, I'm like, oh, there's drama here. It caught my attention. But the combat in this game is what turned me off. So I know a lot of you guys are going to talk shit like, oh, why did you pick Metaphor? It's not my type of game. I'm not saying it's a shitty game. I don't know it's a shitty game because I haven't beaten it. Obviously, it's getting a lot of love. I think it just came on the news in the last couple of weeks that the game finally sold like 2 or 3 million copies or something like that. So congratulations to them. But yeah, it's just not my type of game. But maybe one of these days I'll jump back into it. I mean, Expedition 33 did open up my eyes a little bit of what turn-based can be, for me at least, but it is what it is. And of course, No Man's Sky is another one that people might expect for me to play. Shout out to my boy Voyager88, who absolutely loves No Man's Sky. I have no more than like 3-4 hours of No Man's Sky, so I don't have enough to make a full judgment of it. But shout out to them because they drop content like crazy and it's been free. I know the game came out, it wasn't in the best condition, but man, that studio has been at work trying to make it up to the fandom for the longest time, and I believe they've achieved that, and to the point where people are begging them to pay for these DLCs. Like, that's amazing. And that's what I say to all these developers. It's like, you want people to buy or spend more money, then create a good game. People will want to give you money. People will buy everything you put out because they love that game. But when you try to force it on us with microtransactions and you know, just different ways to get money from us, you're gonna turn people off. But if you stick to the basics, just creating a fun game that's awesome, people are gonna want to be begging you to give you more money because they want more content for that. But hey, there you guys have it. That is my top 3 of Roll 14. Sorry for all the yapping, but this is one of my favorite videos to make throughout the whole week because we get to talk gaming, and man, I have a good time with these every single time. Once again, happy Independence Day to all my fellow Americans. Shout out to all you guys. I hope you have a great time with your families, taking time off work. If you have to work today, that sucks, bro. I'm sorry for you. But everybody else, man, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all your support. If you're new to the channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let me know which ones are in your top 3 out of this row. But we'll catch you in the next one. Keep it gaming.